Hello guys, this is 2fact3 and this is the second video of the series Shortcut to Maths. And today I'll be talking about shortcut to square calculation. Now what is square? Square of a number means you just have to multiply the given number with itself. That is, if you have 102, you multiply with itself and you get the answer as 10404. Now without having to do this multiplication, I'll show you a shortcut method to calculate square of any number by just following a one step. That is, the shortcut method is just a one step method. The only thing which you need to consider is that we have a base. Now base for our square calculation is 100, so 100 is considered to be as base. The only step which you need to follow is that you have to compare the number, which is 102, whose square is to be calculated in this case, with our base, which is 100. So when you compare 102 with 100, you see that 102 is greater than 100. Now it is greater than 100 by 2, so just write plus 2. Now just add these two to 102 and you get 104, and you already have the first three digits of answer. Now since this is square calculation, you have to calculate square at some point or somewhere, so just square this number. Now square of 2 is 4 and that can be written as 04. Just write 04. So this is the answer which you can match from here. Now similarly, let's do it for one more number. That is, let's say you have 108. Once again, the closest number or the our base will be 100. In future we'll see that when the number gets bigger, the base also changes. That is, it is always 100 or multiple of 100, but since this is 108, the closest multiple of 100 is 100, so 100. So compare the number 108 with 100. So once again, 108 is greater than 100 by 8, so plus 8. So just add 8 to 108 and you have 116. And when you square this number, that is 8 squared is 64. This is 8 squared, so just write 64. You can cross check with calculator that the square of number 108 is 11664 indeed. So let me check. That is 108, and when multiplied with 108 you have 11664. Yes, so this is correct. Now let's do it with a bigger number. Let's say we have 193. Now since 193 is greater than 100, but we are not going to consider 100 as base this time, because the multiple of 100, which is 200, is much closer to 193. So we'll consider base as 200. So 200 is considered as base. When you compare 193 with 200, you see that 193 is less than 200. That is, it is minus 7 when compared to 200. So just subtract 7 from 193. So you just subtract 7 from 193. What do you have? You have 186. Now since 100 is not the original base, it is multiple of 100. That is, 100 is twice, sorry, 200 is twice of 100. So there is a factor called into 2. So therefore we are going to multiply this 186 with 2. And what do you get? You get 372. So the first three digits are going to be 372. And then the other last digits are going to come from here. That is minus 7 squared. This is 49. So just write 49. So the square of number 193 is 37249, and that can be cross checked again. That is, square of number 193 is 37249. Yes, this is correct. Similarly, let's say you have the number let's say, what about 49? How to calculate square of 49? Now, once again, 50 is the closest multiple of 100. Actually, 50 is not the multiple of 100. But then we can consider it as a multiple of 100. That is, 50 is 100 by 2 or 0.5 times 100. So there is a factor half here. So when you compare 49 with 50, it is minus 1. So just subtract 1 from 49. You have 48. Now since the factor here is half, you just have to halve this number. So when you halve the number, you have 24. And just add the square of this number, which is 1 again, or 0, 1. So the square of number 49 is 2408. Similarly, let's say we have the number, a bigger number, let's say, which is somewhere around let's say 1004. If you have this big number, if you need to calculate square of number, now 1004 is the closest multiple of 100 to 1004 is 1000, and that can be written as 100 into 10. So the factor is 10 here. So when you compare 1004 with 1000, you see that it is greater than 1000 by 4. So just plus 4. So add 4 to this number and you have 1008. And since the factor here is into 10, multiply this with 10 and you have 1008, one more 0, and the square of number 4 is 16. Just write 16. And you can check once again that 1004 and multiply it with 1004. Sorry, it should be 1004. 1004. It is 1008 016. Yes, that is what I have written. So again, let's say you have a number like this, that is 212, or you can say you have number 389. What is 389 squared? Now the closest multiple of 100, which is the closest to 389, is 400. But 400 can be written as, in terms of 100, as 100 into 4. So the factor here is into 4. So the factor is multiplied with 4. Now when you compare 389 with 400, you see it is minus 11. So just subtract 11 from 389. When you subtract 11, you have 378. And since the factor is 4, you have to multiply this with 4. And you have 2. Then 3 is carried over. 28 and 3 is 31. 3. 1512. And just add the last 3 digits. That is, the square of number 11 is 121. So you cannot write 121 because this is incorrect. You have to write it as 1512. 1 is carried over and just 21. You always get the last 2 digits from this step. So just write 21 and 1 is carried over and just add these two numbers and you have 151321. And once again you can cross check with the calculator, that is 389 when multiplied with 389, answer is 151321. Yes, so this was the shortcut method. Without having to calculate, do the normal multiplication, you calculate the square of number very easily. Now if you had to do the multiplication, you can see that this would have almost 3 partial products and then the final answer. So without calculating these partial products, you are able to get the square of any number. So this was the second video of the Shortcut to Math series, and the third video would be coming very soon. So if you liked the video, please comment in the section, let me know how was the video, and subscribe to the channel 2Fact3 and keep following the channel. Thank you.